The 7 types of love in marriage. My name is Olusegun Mokuolu. Did you know that there are 7 types of love, or what people call love, in marriage? And if you don't know the kind of love that you are dealing with, you may become disappointed at the end of the day. So let me quickly run through those 7 types of love. The first one is selfish love. Believe it or not, most people marry out of selfish reasons. If you ask them, what do you want in a spouse? I want somebody that loves me, cares for me, do this for me, do this for me, do that for me. Everything is about them. You see, a man can desire you so much that he appears to be loving you. That man wants to have you to himself. He's dreaming of what it feels like to sleep with you. Because of that, that man will show great care. He's ready to spend, he's ready to sacrifice for you. You think it is love. It is actually selfish love. That man does not love you. He loves himself and is only using you to love himself. Or a man is sick and the wife is very caring, doing everything to keep that man alive. It may not necessarily be because that woman loves that man so much. It could simply mean that the woman does not want the man to die because the man is her mainstay. So, in other words, it is a selfish kind of love. So, when you look at marriage, generally speaking, most people go into marriage out of selfish love, a love because of what they will benefit, the joy, the happiness, all of what they feel and enjoy is the reason why they go into that marriage. And of course, after a while, selfish love will reveal itself for what it is, and problem and chaos will start in that marriage. There is also emotional love. This has to do with love that has to do with feelings, erotic feelings, the feeling of falling in love, infatuation, and all of that. Those are all emotional love. Those are just playing with your feelings and emotions. They don't last. They are so deceitful. They feel so real that you think, oh, this is for a lifetime. I want to spend the rest of my life with this one. And particularly as a man, if a man is emotionally in love and you marry such a man, it's only a matter of time before that man begins to misbehave and maltreat you because he no longer feels what he used to feel for you. So there is emotional love. There is also pitiful love. That's a love you have because you just pity somebody. It is out of pity. Let me marry that lady. She has nobody. That is pitiful love. It's not going to last because it is not something you clearly set your heart to do. It was just because of pity. There is also lustful love. Of course, this is love that has to do with desire for sex, desire to sleep or be intimate with the other person. Now, this love does not also last because as soon as that desire is satisfied, the person no longer feels the same way about you. The person no longer sees you the way the person has been seeing you before. And so the person is tired of you. And then he's now having that lustful love for another person outside of marriage. So you'll be wondering, what is it with this other person outside? No, it's the same lustful love he had for you that he's now having for another person. It doesn't last. There's demonic love. That is when somebody uses charms or occult power to manipulate people into loving. There is a possibility like that. It's demonic love. But if you're a child of God, if you are born again, that can never work on you. There's also deceitful love. That is when somebody wants to gain an advantage from you and pretends and hide that he loves you. That person knows what he wants to do from day one. For example, a man may just want to sleep with you. He will sacrifice so much. He will pursue you. He will do many things for you and so on. But once he's satisfied in marriage, then problems start because it was all a deceitful love. It was a pretentious love. A woman can pretend that he loves a man all because she wants that man to marry her. She may not in any way love the man, but because she wants marriage, she can be so deceitful and play her game very well until it becomes marriage. And then she begins to now express herself in marriage, and you will see that she really doesn't love the man. The last one is Christ-like love. Now, this is what we call true love. This is the one that God recommends for marriage. And I'm going to read it to you in Ephesians chapter 5 verse 6. It says, husbands, love your wives, just as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for her. This is the kind of love that is recommended in marriage. All these other love that I have just mentioned, they cannot build marriage, they will not last, they will not work. The only love that will last is if a man can love his wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself. It is unconditional. It has nothing to do with whether she's submissive or she's not submissive. It has nothing to do with whether she's good or she's not good. It is a response to God. It is God instructing the man here to love his wife. So if that man is obedient to God, that man will love his wife. That's why the best man to marry is a man that obeys God. That man will definitely love his wife. So the ultimate love that we should have in marriage is the love of Jesus. So what we need to find out is, how did Jesus love the church? If you don't understand that, you are not capable of loving as Christ loved the church. My name is Olusegun Mokuolu. God bless you.